It happened this morning in Puente, and even crisis negotiators could not bring an end to the situation.
And that is when Wilford Burgess stepped in. John Fenolio is live in Puente with the story. John.
Hey, good evening, everybody. We are not messing around out here in Puente. Next time someone's grandfather tells you to get off his roof, you better listen, or else. 83-year-old Wilford Burgess says he'd had enough.
I'm going up there. He's coming down.
He's referring to a suspicious man attempting to evade police who'd been standing on his roof for several hours.
I was so excited, teed off.
LA County Sheriff's deputies responded to a call from someone claiming they were being followed around 6:30 in the morning on the 14,100 block of Beckner Street in Puente. Arriving units discovered a man leaping from rooftop to rooftop. After hours of back and forth, the guy eventually landed on Burgess's roof.
He wouldn't stay in one place. He'd be on one edge and then around on the other part, walking around different areas and standing and talking to the people who's talking to him on the ground.
For almost 5 hours, LA County Sheriff's deputies tried to convince him to come down, even called in a crisis negotiator, but he wouldn't budge. That's when Burgess took matters into his own hands.
I see he's coming off my roof. I'm fixing to go up there. As soon as I get me a ladder, I'm going to the back. He's coming off.
And Burgess did just that. Climbed a ladder, approached the guy, and told him to leave. Apparently, he needed a little convincing.
He was up on my roof, and I figured he'd been there too long because he'd been up at that particular time, approximately an hour or longer. So I figured it's time for, they can't get him off, I can.
Burgess's granddaughter captured the moment on her cell phone camera.
You can't be worried about my grandfather because he's like the strongest person in our family. I mean, he keeps us all together. You know what I'm saying? So he's just, it wasn't a surprise to us. You know what I'm saying? That's Papa. That's Papa.
And back here live in front of Mr. Burgess's house, we want you to meet the man of the hour because by the looks of that video, people might think you're a pretty mean cat, but you've been nothing but the most gracious man we've met. So nice to meet you. Thank you for telling us your story.
Yes, well, I'm glad to be able, and the Lord blessed me to be able to have my health and strength to try to protect myself from certain things.
Just a man taking care of his family.
Right. That's what I try to do.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Burgess.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. That's the scene here in Puente. I'm John Fenolio. I'll send it back to you in Hollywood.
What a story. Very brave. Thank you so much, John.